there, my name is Vila Beckett. You're Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And the question I'm grappling with today is Disney racist? Now, Disney is a massive multinational corporation. How can that be racist? Racist has been something you normally ascribe to individual people. I think, groups of people of like-minded racists, right? But I don't think Disney came together, or a group of like-minded people who were racists who came together. I just think the corporation has racism bred into its DNA, right? So listen, I'm nearly 50. I've been around the block a couple of times. I've seen just about every office I've ever worked in, every office I've ever been to, every company I've ever been associated with, all essentially have the personality of the person running it. They take the personality of the person in charge. I have a theory that Disney just has racism baked into his DNA, right? I do think Walt Disney was a bit on the racist side. I think he was, he didn't like the Jews much. That's the word of the street amongst, in the synagogues around the world. He didn't like Jews much, apparently. Epcot was especially the theme park Epcot, which is freaking awesome. I love going there. I love Disney World. The reason, by the way, I moved to Israel is because my, amongst the reasons, is because my annual pass to Disney expired. I'm like, well, what's the point of staying around, right? That was a good 15 years ago. But Epcot was initially supposed to be an actual town, right? A town people will live in. It's called, Experimentally Prototype Community of Tomorrow. And again, this may be a Baba Meiser, which is a bit of a Jewy word, bit of a Baba Meiser, but it was said that Jews weren't allowed to be in there, right? To live in that experimentary prototype community. So yeah, listen, I always thought it was funny that him being rather famously anti-Semitic then bled into Jews running his company. Which that always made me chuckle. But I have a feeling that racism is just baked into the DNA of Disney, because that's really what we're seeing a lot from Disney. We're going to be looking at a couple of stories of Disney discrimination. Disney discrimination, that racism that we all love and adore. Before we get there, you can hit the like button. That'd be freaking awesome. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Can you hit the share button? Everybody likes a bit of sharing, baby. Sharing is caring. But mostly, hit that subscribe button. That subscribe button is the pinnacle of buttons to hit. Now, normally at this point, I introduce my weekly competitions. But I don't have one this week because I got this thing coming up. My INDIEGOGO launch, right? This is happening Saturday night, Saturday the 13th. I got these 2 graphic novels here. I got these 4 art cards, reasonably smutty art cards based on my, I would say my 12-year-old masturbatory fantasies. Oh, by the way, we got a was it a 4th one as well? Was it a 5th one that I just got the Russ on? Yeah, I will share. This is the world exclusive. So these are based on my 12 to 13-year-old masturbatory fantasies. So we got Perry from Doctor Who, obviously, Judge Anderson, James Bond, a bit of Space 1999. So I think we needed to end into that a little bit of Diana Troy from Star Trek Next Generation. I just got the rough from Dominic Ratcho, the artist. Here it is. Looking pretty good. Listen, Picard's not going to be happy if you soil his chair. But other than that, looking pretty. So that's going to be the 5th one. So you get any of these 4 art cards with any purchase if you join the mailing list. Link below. And if you buy the package where you get both graphic novels, I got these 2 graphic novels. You buy the package where you get both. You get the 4 cards. You're going to get that 5th Chaser one absolutely for free. But here's the point. I got a ton of prizes that I'm going to be giving away on launch night. So here's the good. We got Doctor Who, The Day of the Doctor in 3D, Blu-ray and DVD. We have got a bunch of stuff here. We got Doctor Who, Christmas Carol Blu-ray, Doctor Who, Planet of the Dead Blu-ray, Doctor Who, Carnival Monsters. Who doesn't love a bit of Carnival Monsters? Lots of Judge Dredd, Complete Case Files. What's this? 19. I got 20 over here. I got these all these are being given away on Saturday night. Saturday night is your time to get to pick up. We got these figurines we're giving out. So yeah, a fun time will be had by all. Go check the videos add your name to the sign up list. There are going to be some doorbuster bargains, which I'm going to give you the inside track on anybody who's signed up for. So yeah, go ahead and do that, and I look forward to seeing you Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, depending where you are in the world. Fine, let's look at this this first story here, and it really is. It's just like story after story of Disney racism. Fine, so we're going to start here. Report: only black writers considered for Marvel's Blade film. So yeah, one of the big things, the people who call themselves anti-fascist, anti-racist, one of the big things they really enjoy is segregation. They love the segregation. Give them a bit of segregation, they are happy, because black characters can only be written by black people, right? And Jewish, I guess, can Jewish people be written by non-Jewish people? Do we need to digitally erase Ben Kingsley from Schindler's List? Because, honestly, I can always tell. And again, it's a bit of a Jew-dar, right? All Jews have it. Like, you have a gay-dar, you have a Jew-dar. I can always tell when somebody's not Jewish. You can tell a million miles away. Ben Kingsley wasn't Jewish, but... And what am I going to say? Get rid of all the things? No, because it's absolutely crazy. Fine. A new report claims that only black writers were considered to write Marvel's upcoming Blade film. Well, that would make sense. That's certainly the tone within Hollywood, right? The crazy tone they got going there. This new report comes from Hollywood Reporter's Boris. So this isn't like, me. This isn't like arsehole YouTuber. This is actually somebody, Hollywood Reporter. I would say journalist, but then I realized it's 2021-year-old, 2021. So journalism, think of the past, maybe. Maybe he isn't, I don't know. Also claimed the Disney-owned studio tapped Watchmen writer Stacey Cufford to write for the project that will star Mahershala Ali. Fine. I'm gonna have to look at Watchmen episode guidance. Let's see what episode she wrote, because there was one episode of Watchmen that was really good. That was like most of it was unwatchable garbage. Watchmen, shall we say, episode guide. What's her name again? Stacey Cuff. Okay, let's have a look. We'll look at Wikipedia. Bit of Wikipedia action. Because Watchmen, generally speaking, whenever they had black people on screen, it was awful, right? It was just absolutely awful. Because, I don't know, I just think they were scared of writing black people. It's the weirdest thing. It really is the absolute weirdest thing. So, written by, let's see what episode she is. Stacey, we're looking for Stacey. Not Damon Lindelof, so she did an Almost Religious Awe. So she did that one. She co-wrote it with someone. So she got one episode so far. She co-wrote one episode. Well, that's a reason to give her a major feature film. Just trying to see what this actually wasn't a bad episode, as I recall. Angela continues to be treated for the nostalgia of anything set in the present day wasn't very good. There was God Walks In. No, it wasn't good. So let's go back to the story right now, because it's like I don't know what you're thinking, and I doubt that she came in and said, I got this great take for this story, right? Absolutely great take. By the way, best Blade movie by far, Blade 2, right? Blade 2, bit of Guillermo del Toro. Really doing a good job. I love Blade 2. Stacey also to write she's co-written an episode of Watchmen, which was a freaking awful show, which just killed me because it should have been brilliant. And the casting was incredible, with Jeremy Irons as Ozymandias, really, really, really good. And had this great flashback to like an Also story. Where the Rorschach-esque character, Mirror Mask, you saw his origin at the event during the Watchmen comic, and that was just freaking awesome. That episode was great. Everything else, but again, the anti-racist, they're a little bit racist, right? They're a little bit racist. Ali previously played Cottonmouth in Netflix's Luke Cage series. Never saw it. Kit writes, only black writers were seriously considered a reflection of Marvel's focus on diversity. How is that for a reflection on diversity when you're saying I'm going to be less diverse, right? I it's such an inversion of honesty and reality. That's not diversity. Like the reduction of diversity isn't diversity. But this is the world we live in. Black is white, up is down. Making representation a key factor, especially when tackling non-white characters. The search for Kafur reported at least 6 months. Took place at least 6 months, and Ali. Really? Okay, fine. And Ali was involved in the process. And listen, I don't want to naysay things before I see them, but I've just seen this over and over and over again. People hired because of their identity rather than their affinity for the project, right? I just over and over, and it always works out badly. I think the data's in, right? I think we can say the data is 100% in. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not funny. The search involved early in the process. Interestingly enough, Blade was created by Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan. His first appearance was in Tomb of Dracula #10. Neither Wolfman or Colan are black. Well, there we go. So that's just an expression of oppression. But you think I'm joking? You wait till I get to the next story, which is freaking crazy. I read it last night when I was on live stream. I'm like, yeah, this has to go out. This has to go out on a video. Man, I used to love that Tomb of Dracula comic. It's really, really cool. What's that movie with Matt Smith and Jared Leto? The sort of Marvelish Dracula movie or vampire movie. That was supposed to come out, last year? So hopefully we'll see that this year. That looks cool. What's that going to be? Is that going to be an HBO Max? No, it's not a Warner Brothers movie. Listen, I do think it was suicide for HBO Max to move their entire slate to the to HBO Max, right? For Warner Brothers, but I'm really glad they did. I'll pay $15 for the month that Godzilla comes out. Well, of course I would. Were you crazy? I'm probably gonna am I gonna rent Coming to America? Probably. Coming to America too. Their race didn't seem to impact whether they could create or write the character because he was a non-white character. It was non-white, as Kip puts it. So yeah, that was back in the far less racist 70s, right? The far less racist 70s. That's such a great cover, man. That is such a freaking great cover. Oh man, I just wish they would entertain people rather than lecture people. Blade would eventually get adapted into a live-action movie with Wesley Snipes in the titular role in 1998. That film was written by David S. Goyer and directed by Stephen Norrington, like Wolfman and Colan. Neither Goyer nor Norrington were black. So this is not an argument in defense of this. By the way, they're gonna come up again. Wait till you see the next story. It's so crazy. Snipes would go on to play the character in 2 more films. Blade 2, the best one. Blade 3, Blade Trinity, awful. Blade 2 was also written by Goyer and Guillermo del Toro in the director's seat. Also white. Goyer would also write Blade Trinity as well as step into director's chair. Yeah, maybe he should have stepped out of that. Like previous Blade creators, Guillermo del Toro is not black. Okay. Yeah, and yet still, he was able. Could you imagine? If because they weren't black, right? They wrote the character full of racial, racist stereotypes. Yes, and could you imagine that they're rolling their? Oh God, they had a black guy in blackface. Could you imagine? And I think that's what Marvel thinks will happen. I think they believe that's going to happen if they let white people write black characters. I think they believe that. I think they think it's some kind of blackface. Wait a minute. Again, wait for it. You wait for this next article. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Back in 2009, Marvel Comics had announced a new Blade series that was focused on Blade's daughter, Fallon Gray. This series was going to be written by Tim Seeley, with art by Logan Father. Did it ever come out? His solicitation. However, the series will never come to pass. Seeley announced that he quit the book in an interview with Newsarama. Oh, you know what? Tim Seeley, that's probably right on the cusp of this insanity, right? Sid explained, the short story is I quit. He elaborated, the long story is when Marvel hired me, I had just written 10 years of a horror comic starring a female lead, so it seemed like a good fit. So we threw around ideas about doing Blade's daughter, and when it was announced, Marvel did a weird Marvel's in a weird place because they announced the hip hop covers, and a lot of people saw here's another black lead with an all white creating. Oh man! So basically, he fell on his sword for him. Okay. After a while, it felt like it was good. It was me screwing this up. I couldn't help but feel that a black woman might write the stuff better than me. Oh God, why? Why see the world through the prism of skin color? It's not good. It's not good for anyone, right? We're all human beings. I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, if I was talking to a KKK clan, I'd be saying the same bloody thing. We're all human beings, right? We're all human beings, and we live in Western civilization. We all have a pretty similar experience of life as well, right? We're all human beings, man. Am I like a crazy old hippie for like clinging on to that? I guess I must be. After I've heard Maeve screwing up in the wake of Black Panther launch as well, maybe Blade is as a book they find new talent on. It's just, and I find it hard to believe if they cultivated talent for talent's sake. Your boy Zach is a great example. He has one of the most diverse businesses, right? Of people of every of every skin color, nationality. Well, not every nationality, but a lot, right? A lot, because that just happens naturally without a push for diversity. It just happens naturally if you live in a diverse environment, which we do. But if you live in a diverse environment and you put in this anti-racist rules or laws, you get the opposite. It's like if you take medicine for something that you don't have that sickness for, that you don't need, you're going to get sick, right? That's just. You shouldn't take chemotherapy if you don't have cancer, right? I would say that's probably a fair analogy. Not only has the Blade franchise been subject to finding talent based on identity, but Marvel Studio appears to be embraced the idea at large. Back in 2018, Kit and the Hollywood Reporter also reported a new female filmmaker was the priority for the Black Widow film. And again, you have fantastic people of all genders who can do great things, but when you look at their gender first, you're gonna get more often than not, you're going to get garbage. You're going to get absolute garbage. However, the report in that report did say the search stalled at one point when they couldn't find people. Really, the studio started to look at Mel Helmers, and they would eventually choose Kate Shortland to direct the film. Never heard of her. I wonder if that's going to be on Disney Plus. I hope so. I mean, I don't understand. You know what? I don't understand the pandemic. And just everybody I know has had the vaccine right now. Like, we're all vaccinated, and there's more people with corona now. I think because kids are getting it more. But I still really, like, I'm in a country that's the most vaccinated country in the world. I think we've got 30% of the population, 40% vaccinated. And still, we're still in lockdown. Especially, I think we're in lockdown till tomorrow. I don't know. It honestly doesn't really make a big difference for me. It's like I don't go anywhere anyway. The cinemas are closed. I don't go to comic book stores. Where else am I going to go? As for what can we expect from Blake Mahershala Ali described the character as a darker tone compared to the other Marvel characters. Well, it's Blade, obviously, and I hope that will bring that screen. He stated that, and also was a little darker. I love that it's darker. Okay. Dark is always a watchword for crap, isn't it? Oh, we're going to get more dark and gritty. That's all in terms of tone. He's a little bit dark. I mean, listen. If you wouldn't be screaming about your skin color, saying darker over and over again wouldn't be it wouldn't be quite so, ooh dear. Then some of the other ones, so the element was attractive to me. I think the element of having a job was attractive to you. Fine, so we got that going on, and then we got this. So they're bending over backwards to make sure there's representation. Doesn't normally go down so well. It doesn't go down so. So this is who is it? This is the High Republic author Justina Island, and she's pissed off. She is pissed off. So here she is here. And look, is it me or is that crazy eyes, right? She's got crazy eyes. She's freaking crazy. So she's really mad. Let's go through this tweet. So the school library journal. Yes, that highly influential journal. Put out this cover. Which Justina found incredibly racist. So this cover was about a white child who is reading a book about a black child, right? So the idea is that white children have to read diverse literature, diverse things. So they, honestly, in of itself, like most of these things that these crazy leftists talk about, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, it's good for people to interact and have an idea about other people that they don't associate with, don't know, don't see. I think it's generally speaking a good thing, right? I love having people on my channel that vehemently disagree with me and still having a pleasant conversation. I love that. That actually makes me genuinely happy because oftentimes I disagree. I don't understand the other person's point of view, right? So that should be a good. This should be a good thing to have. Everybody, like, there being more diverse voices in children's, in the books that children read. Great idea. Great idea. But what's it? Crazy woman over here. What's her name again? Justina Island. I'm crazy. It went a bit crazy. Let's see how crazy she is. She's in bonkers. So she's just started this first tweet. I just saw the SL Journal, the school library journal cover, and I don't know how much more we can talk about diversity and the importance of representation when there are some in the industry who can't even grasp the 101 level of conversation. This cover is a disgrace! I mean, it seems to be, let's all get together and understand each other more. Right? No. So, okay, I want to know why it's a disgrace, because she's... And that I don't know makes me a racist. According to her, the cover not only centers on whiteness, diverse books are important because they are beneficial to white readers. Screw kids of color! No. Again, if you weren't Captain Cray Cray, if you weren't completely out your damn mind, you would understand they're not saying the only good thing about books about black people is white people can read them and learn about them. I don't think that was the same takeaway from this. I think the same you're crazy. You are crazy. But it does say during Black History Month. Yes, they're trying to bring black history to people who may not know that much about black history. Yeah. No, not good enough. Honestly, Justina, your utter hatred of white people is so palpable, so noticeable, so embarrassing, right? It's terrible. This is straight clownery. No, you are. Great job, SLJ. And again, I was going to say, I would understand if this was the cover of Time magazine. No, I wouldn't. But the school library journal, who really? That goes out to insane, like, hand-wringing liberals? No. Let's go to 6. She goes even further. I'm not even going to go into the blackface implication. Okay, look at this again. Really? I mean, if you're not looking at the screen, look at the screen. Look at this. This is crazy. Absolutely. Blackface? No. Again, if you're out your bloody mind, you can come up with that. You can come to that conclusion. What was it? In the blackface implication on the cover marginalizes characters of color while purporting to uplift. How's it marginalizing anyone? It's so mind-boggling. Well, this is mind-boggling. I think we agree there. But I think you might be the mind-boggling one, Captain Cray Cray. Unless, of course, you remember there are industry professionals waiting out diversity. So I think diversity means something different to the both of us, right? Let's see what she says about that. There are people at all levels and at all spaces who are basically just waiting for it to be safe to go back to business as usual. And why would anybody want that, right? I think a big theme over the last few months in the Western world, in America, is if you vote this way, and I'm not sure you did, but if you vote that a certain way, we're going to get a return to normalcy. This isn't normal. You are not being normal. You're being Captain Cray Cray. They'll make minimum effort to keep being yelled at by angry POC. Well, yeah, I would make a lot of effort to avoid being yelled at by Captain Cray Cray like you, but I have no intention of changing anything. What, they don't want to change they don't want to change things from being non-racist to being racist. Ergo, covers like this. Does she go on? Because I bet she goes on. Meanwhile, she's writing Star Wars, right? Again, it's Star Wars that's failing, that nobody likes and nobody's interested in, but it's a job that there are, I would say, probably thousands of qualified people would eat their arm off to get that opportunity. And I tend to believe you got that opportunity, Justina, and that you're on a New York Times bestseller list because of your identity rather than your talent. That's my cray opinion, right? Based on you being a nutball, a complete and utter nutball. So Disney just loves a bit of racism. So I want to say that, yeah, Disney was founded by somebody who I believe was a racist. I do think Walt Disney didn't have a real problem with McCarthyism, right? The whole Reds on the bed when they were dealing with a very special type of communism, a type of communism, that went back 2,000 years. I'm quoting J. Edgar Hoover. He said, we're battling a type of communism that goes back to 2,000 years. I'm like, and they killed Christ. I mean, like, you sound like you're talking about Jews right now, and they did seem to only target Jews. So, he didn't really have a problem with that, and I just think that racism was baked into the DNA of the company, and they've embraced this modern racism in the name of diversity, right? Which is 2021, 2021 is a strange place to be. You know what you need to make 2021 a good place to be? You need some good reading material. Don't forget, go check out my Indiegogo campaign. Sign up for it. And again, let me give you a sneak preview of the 5th For the Male Gaze. The much money male gaze. This is not the finished card, obviously. This is just a rough sketch for the pose. And boy, did Dominic frickin' nail it! I do like this uniform that Deanna's wearing. I think it looks very, very professional. Maybe we can put some pips on her, is it a bra strap, bikini strap? I don't really know. But, other than that, yeah, love it. My name's Sheila Beckett, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.